This second question of the subtopic division of a given line segment in the given ratio of chapter 9 construction. In the last class, you have learned how to divide a given line segment in the given ratio. So this is the second question of the same topic. Let's look at the question first. Question is, divide a given line segment of 9 centimeter in the ratio 5:3. Write the step of construction. Now you can find this question is a little bit different from the first question. In the first question, length of line segment was not given, but in this question you see the length of this line segment is 9 centimeter. So this is the only difference you notice in this question. Now just like the first question, we write given line segment AB. Now we name this line segment AB, line segment of 9 centimeter to be AV. Line segment AV is equal to 9 centimeter. Required to divide this AV in the ratio 5:3. Now steps of construction. So steps are also here. We have 4 steps just like the first question. So now let's look at the first step. A ray AX is drawn inclined to AV at an acute angle. All these steps are just like the first question. But before we start construction, now let's draw this line segment. AV, we name it AV. Its length is 9 centimeter. So unlike the first question, now we cannot take the length of this line segment, any length. So here we need to take exactly 9 centimeter. So you can see here, I draw AV exactly 9 centimeter. Exactly 9 centimeter because this is the given length. Now I name this as AV, which is 9 centimeter. So now let's look at the first question, first step. A ray AX is drawn inclined to AV at an acute angle. Draw a ray starting from A, and the name of this ray is AX. So here I draw ray AX. First step is done. Now let's look at second step. Another ray BY is drawn parallel to AX so that angle ABY is equal to angle BAX. Now let's see how we do this. Now we are going to construct a ray starting from B because the name of this ray is BX. But this second ray BX is to be parallel with the first ray AX. Sorry, we name this as AX. How do you do this? So to do this, just like the first question, I'm going to repeat explanation for this. You take A as center, and we have here 2 arms for this angle. So draw an arc between 2 arms of this angle. Okay, arc is drawn. Now don't change this radius. Without changing this radius, take B center and draw second arc. Now remember, these two arcs have the same radius. The radius should be the same. After that, you measure the length of first arc. How do you do this? The length of first arc. So for this angle, we have 2 arms. Now measure how long is this first arc. So exactly, now you cut the second arc at one point. Second arc is cut here. Now we measured the length of first arc. Now you can see same. Okay, after that you joined B and the point of intersection of second and third arc. We draw a ray passing through this B and the intersection of this arc. This is ray BY. Now these two rays AX and BY are parallel. Then now let's go to the third step. The third step is points P1, P2, P3, P4, P5 on ray AX and point Q1, Q2, Q3 on ray BY are marked. Now we are going to mark some points on both the rays. Now you should understand how many points to be marked on the first ray AX. The given ratio is 5:3. So first part of the ratio is 5. So we will mark 5 points on ray AX. And the second part of the ratio is 3. We will mark 3 points on the second ray BY. But this marking of points cannot be done as you like. We need to follow some steps. Such marking of these points are such that AP1 is equal to P1 P2 is equal to P2 P3 length is equal to P3 P4 is equal to P4 P5 is equal to BQ1 is equal to Q1 Q2 is equal to Q2 Q3. Now let's see how we do this. So for this you can take any radius, not too big, not too small. I take this much radius and I start from A and draw a small arc on ray AX. Taking that point as center, I continue to draw another arc for second point. Then in this way, I continue until I get 5 points. You can see here, this is P1, this point is P2, this point is P3, this point is P4, and this point is P5. But without changing the radius, now we continue on another ray 2. Starting from B, we mark 1, 2, 3 points for Q1, Q2, Q3. So this is Q1, this point is Q2, this point is Q3. So after doing this, now let's move to the next step. The fourth step is P5 Q3 is joined intersecting AV at C. Now you may ask why we join P5 and Q3. Now you can see the last step, which is step number 4, is simply to join 2 points which are on 2 rays. The first point is the last point on the first ray, that is on ray AX. P5 is the last point. On second ray BY, the last point is Q3. So now the fourth step is simply joining these 2 last points on 2 rays. To join them, we simply join P5 and Q3. When you join them, this line segment cuts or intersect AV at one point. Let this point be C. So now you can see here, this C is the point which divide AV, whose length is 9 cm in the ratio of 5:3. So from A to C, if it is 5 units, then from C to B it is 3. So that the ratio is 5:3. So this is the end of this construction. Now how do you conclude this? To conclude this, therefore, point C divides AV in the ratio 5:3. That is, AC is to CB is equal to 5:3. So I'm sure you learned this second question as well. Now for this type of construction, that is division of line segment, This is the second question, and we shall move to the next type of construction in the next video. But before we end off this video, you take this as home assignment. Here is a question for you. Do this question as home assignment. Thank you.